love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just looking up. Don't be scared. I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad. Cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad. I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just looking up. Don't be scared. I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quite so thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic with this logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Oh, to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want them, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a weird.
Hello and welcome to Pitt State Esports. Today we have some Rocket League planned out for you guys. Northeastern University facing off against Pitt State in today's matchup. The roster for Pitt State looking pretty similar to what we've seen in the last couple of matches here in the NACE bracket, consisting of frequently Jones, Not Low, and North. I have heard that there might be some username changes, so we'll cover that once we get into the game. But that should be the roster for today's matchup on the Pitt State side of things. Northeastern University, on the other hand, consisting of ShotGov at Grand Champ 2, Yellow at Grand Champ 2, Angie Bro at Grand Champ 3, and then Ross K, I believe is how that's pronounced, at Grand Champ 2 as well. So a pretty good roster there for Northeastern University. But I think, with them averaging at about a Grand Champ 2.5 to Grand Champ 3 rank amongst their players, it should be a pretty good competition between these two teams. And Pitt State averaging around Grand Champ 1, Grand Champ 2 for their players. We've seen them, with their chemistry and their synergy, they've been able to keep up with some very high level players. So you can only assume that both of these teams are going to be competing. It shouldn't, I don't want to speak too soon, but shouldn't be too much of a blowout on either end of the spectrum. Should see some pretty good competition. We saw Pitt State obviously falling short in the MSEC match last week. Saw Kolb sub in for frequently Jones in that matchup after taking down Team Messiah and winning that series. That was their first series win of the season. So getting it started off on the right foot. Had a couple of losses to start the season off, and then obviously kicking it into gear here in the NACE bracket, looking to continue that trend with this three-man squad. And then Northeastern University, obviously, looking to stop that momentum in its tracks, keep a good season alive. But I think these are two really competitive teams. Should see a lot of high-level skill and a very entertaining matchup. But without further ado, I think we're just a couple of moments away. Uh, we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about, if you don't know exactly what Rocket League is, we're going to go ahead and cover a couple of things. Excuse me. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We're going to go ahead and talk about a couple of things before we jump into the first game. And give you a quick rundown as to what you can expect in this game. It is a 3v3 soccer match with cars. So that is, simply put, just playing soccer with cars. Obviously, there's a lot of skill that goes into this game as the cars are able to maneuver through the air, on the walls, and it takes a lot of time to recognize physics, how the ball moves, how your car moves, how, you know, how it moves in the air, on the ground, all these different aspects. And these guys have obviously been playing for a long time, or these players, excuse me, have been playing for a long time uh, and have mastered all of these skills. But outside of that, there are boost pads laid out throughout the field, and those will allow the cars to boost up into the air as well as boost their car along the ground. The goals are designated with blue and orange coloring. It is a 5-minute game, and it will be a best of 5 series. So, with that being said, best of 5 obviously meaning first to 3. So, whichever team wins 3 5-minute long games first wins the series. If the game is tied at the end of regulation, it will head into overtime, which is essentially sudden death. Whichever team scores the first goal will win that game and will claim whatever game that is. And like I said, first to 3, best of 5. We've seen a lot of really good competitions across Pitt State esports this season so far, having a couple of losses end up 2-3, 1-3, and then obviously taking down Team Messiah 3-1 last week. So haven't seen any clean sweeps quite yet, if I'm not mistaken. But we've seen all these teams able to adapt at least enough to be able to compete against the opponent team, or you know, just be able to adapt a little bit, get a couple of goals here and there. And every game seems to be close as well. We saw that Team Messiah held Pitt State within one goal pretty much every single game. So they definitely had the opportunity to take down Pitt State in a couple of those matches had they capitalized on some opportunities that they were given. And as well as Pitt State did that against a prior opponent earlier on in the season, holding them to only one goal in each loss. And that just kind of goes to show that all these teams are very capable of winning just about any match. And that's what's so entertaining about this game is that you just never know. All of these ranks, essentially, they mean something, but when it comes down to 3v3 competitive, Rocket League, they are kind of a little bit void as anybody can win this. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick break before game one, and we'll be right back on Pitt State Esports. So stay tuned.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give me up. Don't be scared. I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad. Cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad. I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack.
All right, we're just moments away from game one, still getting a little bit of prep under for both of these teams, but we've got some registered starters here for Northeastern University. Improsk will be one of the players alongside Angebro and Yellow. So the captain Shot Gov or Shot Guy, don't know if that's a V or a Y, but will be more than likely coaching these three throughout the matchup. If you're just tuning in, Northeastern University facing off against Pittsburgh State University. Both of these teams, very high level of play, should see a good competition. But, as we sit here and talk, I'll give you a quick rundown across the board for some things that you might want to expect on Pitt State Esports going forward. On on Thursday, we have MSEC matchup for Valorant facing off against Rogers State Hillcats. Alongside that, we have a Overwatch game on tomorrow. So I was mistaken. Valorant is tomorrow alongside Overwatch tomorrow. And on Wednesday, there will be Super Smash Brothers against Cody College. And then following that on Thursday will be Super Smash Brothers against Highland Community College. So should be a pretty packed weekend. So if you're, in tune with Pitt State Esports, be sure to tune into all of those matchups. Should be very entertaining. My good buddy Easton will be commentating over most of those Super Smash Brothers contests. And alongside him, I will be commentating over the Valorant matchups this week. But looking, back in time a little bit, obviously you saw Pitt State fall short of a couple of teams earlier on in the season in the NACE bracket, and they started off really slow, but you could definitely see that there was a lot of chemistry there. You saw some really good plays shape up, saw some very nice fluid play styles. It just seemed like occasionally with a double commit here or even a triple commit here, it left the field way too open. It was like a 1v2 situation, and obviously with this high level of play, passing plays are bound to develop, and it's very, very hard to defend those in a 1v2 situation. But outside of that, I would say Pitt State, one of the biggest things that they can improve on is avoiding demos and avoiding the double commit. If they can do that, it keeps the field pretty closed off for their opponents. Demos and double commits are really the biggest factors in opening up the field for their opponents. And if they can avoid those, they seem to be really, really strong, especially defensively. Even if the opponents are riddling them with shots, they have stood very, very strong against any offense and, held their ground. It's been very outstanding to watch. And then obviously developing some offensive plays and, just putting some miracles together against some really high-level teams. But we are just outside of game one. It seems like we're loading in right now. We'll go ahead and send it over that way in a moment. Best of 5 series, Pittsburgh State against Northeastern University. Still waiting on some of these players to load in. It's been a little bit of a delay, but obviously with some scheduling issues, there was a debate as to whether or not this event was going to be rescheduled or not. Luckily, we managed to fit it into our schedules today to allow you all to view some high quality esports content on Pitt State Esports. Still a little bit of a delay. And I'm going to step aside for just a moment as wait for these players to ready into the game. All right, game one kicking off. We assumed Northeastern was going to be the orange team. It seems they've flipped. We'll get that fixed for you guys right away. And a shot on net there early from Angebro. No good, and yellow puts in the first goal for Northeastern University. Look at that, almost slotting it right past the post, and yellow just barely beating Jones to that ball. It's there in time. So Northeastern up 1-0 early on, only 14 seconds into the match. Prosk wins the kickoff very quickly. You've got Logan, North, and Jones on that orange team. Angebro, Prosk, and yellow on the blue team. Good commit by North. Sends the ball down to the blue side. Angebro going for a little ceiling touch. Gets the touch again by Prosk. Demo from Angebro. The double tap, and it's in. Yellow. What a shot. Great team chemistry here from this Northeastern team. You saw the demo from Angebro after the pass from Prosk. Everybody getting involved on that play, and it works perfectly. 2-0 and only 40 seconds down in game one. Pitt State's got to find their footing here and got to find it quickly. Jones with a nice clear over to the side, trying to get there quickly, but Prosk will be there first. Well, soft touch there from Logan. Maybe not exactly what he was going for. Angebro with a nice touch onto the orange side. Yellow to keep it up. Brosk with a shot on net. Saved by Logan. Northeastern still putting up an offensive push, and Logan gets another save there. Angebro cuts to Brosk. Doesn't get the touch. Pitt State with an opening here will be closed off by Yellow. And now they can start to sit back and settle into their gameplay. Not yet, though. Angebro making a nice push there. Jones is going to clear it away. And now North to start the offensive. Logan had a little lane there, just barely missing. A demo downfield leaves the net. 2v3. Logan challenge gets beat by Yellow. North with a 50, leaves it out in front of the blue net. Be cleared by Angebro. Brosk with some control. Yellow's up for it, goes for the double touch. No good, just barely off the mark. This Northeastern team playing a very aggressive play style. Not afraid to commit that third man. Wide open net. Almost missed the opportunity, but Logan's just there in time. Brings the deficit to 1. North just barely missing that soft touch. And you can tell, I believe that was Jones, was expecting North to put it away. Logan having to overcommit, bring his body into the conversation. 1-2's the score, just over halfway, or half the match left. Midfield battle between these two teams. 50s going back and forth. Logan gets an awkward touch off the corner of the ceiling. Angebro with some control here. Goes for a reset, doesn't get it. Logan tries to clear it away. It ends up in North's hands. Now downfield with Logan. Pops it up. It'll come off the corner of the ceiling. Jones with a nice touch. No good. Angebro will send it downfield. Yellow goes for the redirect. North was there in time. Logan and Jones, a little double commit there midfield. Shouldn't hurt too bad, though. Logan's quickly recovering and making an attack on that ball. Brosk with some nice control up in the air. Gets a reset. Doesn't get a very quality touch after the reset. Could have had a goal there, but just barely missing that ball like maybe he wanted to. But now still on the orange side. And North will clear it away. Give some time for Pitt State to regroup. This ball headed back in front of that blue net. Will be cleared away, though, and Pitt State to keep the offensive. Logan with a nice commit. Pitt State playing a little more passive than this Northeastern squad. Jones with a great save off the flip reset. Hard to read that one, but he does it perfectly. Great clear by Yellow. Pitt State keeping themselves in it, not giving up anything easy. They can't afford to now at this point in the match. North with a nice shot. Rusk is there in time. Jones with a 50. North to try and keep the push going. Logan has to jump over the demo, and North is there in time. A great save once again by Pitt State. North clears it off the back wall. Logan with a redirect. Is North there in time? No, Yellow's there first. Angebro sends it downfield to Brosk. Pitt State, this is their final push potentially to make a move on match number 1. Angebro sends it away. Yellow's there to redirect. The shot, the goal. Northeastern with the dagger. And I don't know if that was, on the fly or drawn up prior to, but that chemistry is immaculate from this Northeastern squad so far. Passing plays all over the place, and a kickoff goal from Brosk. Salt in the wound for Pitt State. No chance now as the pinch kickoff from Angebro and Prosk ends up paying off. And now with a lead of 3 seconds left, there's no chance Pitt State can come back for this one. And game 1 will be headed in the direction of Northeastern. What a match. Northeastern started off super hot. Pitt State gaining their footing later on in the game, but just not able to keep up. And you look at these stats, all of those, slider bars in favor of the blue team. Northeastern dominating every category other than saves. And obviously with how many shots they were putting on net, Pitt State had so many more opportunities to save. But demos even. And we talked about this in the pregame. Demos being a huge factor for Pitt State in keeping that field closed off against their opponents and trying to keep it from opening up with those demos. They only had 1, but the opposing team, Northeastern, with 5. And you look at touches, obviously relatively even, but shots and demos is going to be the biggest factor. Northeastern controlling that offensive side of the field and just asserting their dominance. But I have a feeling Pitt State could very well step it up here in games 2, 3, and maybe even 4 if they end up claiming one of these next 2. They could easily step it up and, put up a much valiant effort and competition up against this Northeastern squad. They had, only a 1-goal deficit going into the last minute or the last 20 seconds of the game, giving themselves a chance all the way through, right up until that passing play in between Angebro and Prosk. And then obviously the kickoff goal, you could say that kind of out of the equation at this point. Shrug that one off and move on. A great save there from Northeastern. Shot on net from Yellow. He goes for the double touch once again. Had one in game 1. Doesn't get it there as it's cut off by North. North gets another save there. PSU had a chance to start the offensive. Prosk is going to get a little back pass action to Yellow. A bump from Angebro leaves it in a 1v1. The field's wide open. The shot. Jones has to get back, and he's there in time. What a save. Angebro with the shot. Top left, 90. It's saved by Yellow. His own teammate cutting it off. Had a goal wide open. Don't know if Pitt State would have gotten there in time. I really don't think so. But it was cut off by Yellow, and you're going to be looking back on that one if this game goes in Pitt State's favor. Yellow with some control on the blue side. And now Angebro to make a play in the air. Gets cut off by North. Prosk was up for the passing play. Puts it right off the back wall. Logan's there to clear it. Gets a good touch downfield. And now Jones to continue the push. Great save there from Angebro. A shot from North. Well placed, but just barely saved by that Northeastern team. Dodging demos is Jones. Gets the cutoff. And Logan with the save. North downfield trying to wait for that Pitt State clear. Maybe get a redirect. Cherry picking a little bit on that blue side. Hoping for the best, but there's never the opportunity as this Northeastern offensive is elite right now. Great touch by Yellow. Beats 2, but North is back in time. Jones is there for that save. Some great rotates here from Pitt State in game 2. Seeing them in some dangerous positions, and had they not rotated immediately after missing some touches, they would have been in grave danger. Off the back wall, Prosk goes for a double touch. Over to Yellow and Angebro. This pinch there will end up in the hands of Logan. A bump on Jones, but North is there for the save, and you talk about some rotates. This Pitt State defense is holding up strong. They just have to get something going offensively. North goes for the cutoff at midfield. Wasn't there in time, and now Jones from the corner. Angebro decides to challenge, and Logan's going to slow things down. 50 between Logan and Angebro. Ends up headed back to the orange side. And a demo there from Pitt State. Could this be the opening they were looking for? North with the shot. Jones was going for the demo, and had he caught it, I think that would have resulted in a goal. Just didn't have enough boost to catch up to the opponent. Jones misses the save there. North, the last back, barely gets the 50 and sends it back into the corner. Angebro over to Prosk, goes for the redirect. Wasn't there. And now, slowing things down is North. Fighting for their lives as Pitt State on this orange side. Only a minute 20 left. Nobody has put anything in either net. Jones has an opportunity here. Wasn't there in time. North with the shot. Jones with the redirect. Doesn't get it. And missed opportunity by both teams now, as Pitt State had an open goal to take the lead 1-0 with only a minute remaining. That would have been massive, just to be able to hold off and maybe gain game 2. Wow. What a blunder. But they've still got the ball on the orange or the blue side, and with a couple of bumps opens up a shot opportunity for North. But saved by Northeastern. A back pass from Yellow ends up in the hands of Jones. And Pitt State takes the lead. I don't know exactly what happened. I think he was going for the back pass to Prosk, but just barely misses, and Prosk not ready for it. And maybe hitting it just a little too hard was Yellow. And Pitt State ends up with the ball and scoring with only 31 seconds remaining. Shot downfield from Logan, and now North with the shot, the redirect, and 2-0 for Pitt State. 23 seconds left. What a turn of events from game 1. This team is looking outstanding right now in game 2, and if they can keep this up, I don't see any reason why they can't take this series. Northeastern, though, we saw the power that they have in game 1. If they can get that back, those offensive pushes are bound to break some sort of barrier in that Pitt State defense. But with only 10 seconds left, hopes are looking grim for Northeastern University. Logan stalling in the air, and 1 second left. Pitt State sends it downfield and will take game 2. 1-1 is the score, and they're keeping it close. Looking at that scoreboard, and that is much more orange than the last game in this series. Almost a completely flipped script, especially in the demos category. Northeastern only getting 1 and PSU with 3, and we saw a lot of those demos and bumps ending up in some open opportunities for some shots and just riddling that Northeastern defense with shots and eventually breaking the barrier, scoring 2, one of those off of a kickoff. But if you're Northeastern, you're thinking, hey, we've got the ability. We've done it once. We can do it again. In Pitt State, hey, you've got the momentum. Carry this into game 3, game 4. Take this series and take it with assertiveness. But wow, I mean, just a complete, like I said, completely flipped script between the two games. And even in touches, Northeastern, having that control of the ball. And also, you saw in the first 3 minutes, they were riddling the Pitt State net with shots, but just unable to get anything to get through, as Pitt State's rotates were out. I mean, just stellar. Flawless, if you will. But headed into game 3 now. One is the score as North cuts off an early ball, racking that blue net. Doesn't quite get there. Angebro and North with a 50. And Pitt State coming out swinging for game 3. Jones with some control over on the orange side. Both of these teams playing a little game of tennis between the orange net and midfield, just passing it back and forth. Logan with a nice pitch. He'll boom it over to the blue side, create a bit of an opening, and North has some shot. Goal for Pitt State. What a pinch from Logan, just opening up the field, and Yellow with a missed clear. Just wasn't expecting that much power on the ball. And Pitt State takes the lead 1-0 with only 4:20 on the clock. They scored that one quickly, and they have just been swinging away offensively in these last couple games. Jones with an opportunity here to stuff it away, doesn't get it. North to keep the offensive push up. Logan's there for the rotate. Pressure in Pitt State's hands. Frost trying to get it past Jones. Jones almost threads the needle, getting it right past the post, but not quite there as North back to the back wall. Logan with a 50. North up for this one. Will he put it away? Blocked by Angelo and past Jones. It'll create an opening for Northeastern. Goes for the bump is Prosk. Yellow with the shots. Saved by North. Great speed here from Pitt State. You see them committing that three-man push on offense, but it doesn't seem to be that much of a risk as they are getting back so quickly and allowing their defense, and not only that, but the one-man back, allowing the defense, stalling for enough time to let them get back in time and save some spectacular shots here from the Northeastern team. Prosk had an opening, but just barely misses. Angelo with another set, blocked by North from the shot by Prosk. Oh my goodness, and just when you thought Northeastern had the shots, wow, North comes out of nowhere. This is some outstanding play from both teams. The bump, Prosk with a shot, and 1-1 is the score. Look at this bump. Actually, I don't think it was a bump. I thought it was. Yellow blazing past Logan. Looked like he bumped him up in the air, but just missed. And Logan out of position enough to leave the net open for Northeastern to capitalize. 1-1 now with half the game left. Jones over to the wall, looks for a pinch. Yellow's up for the contestation on the backboard. But Logan, to keep the pressure alive, goes for a demo, gets it. But Prosk with some great control sends it back to the orange side. Jones with a nice clear. Logan with the redirect. Angelo sends it to the corner. Jones with the set. Yellow with the save. Back and forth action. North pass to Jones. North goes for another one. Blocked by Yellow. North with another. Third time's the charm. Will it go? No. Yellow clears it away. And you see Pitt State's defense. Oh, right off the crossbar from that 50. I was just about to say Pitt State's defense holding up strong, especially with how aggressive they're playing offense. It's been much easier on their defensive play, not having to save as many shots. And Jones downfield with the redirect. Gets the second goal for Pitt State. And now it's 2-1 with 1:22 remaining. And just as Northeastern had the dominance in game one, it has ceased to exist in game 2 and 3. We'll see if they can pick it back up with only a minute and a half remaining. North is up in the shot off the crossbar. The shot by Logan. I mean, this is just outstanding. You talk about the chemistry for Pittsburgh State, and they are in sync. And it shows it here. They needed a warm-up game to start things off, and now you see all of the rotates flawless, the passing plays, the rebounds on offense, keeping the pushes alive. Logan, even that touch there shows the awareness of this team to each other and how they're able to adapt to exactly what is happening in the moment. This is such a high level of play. They're making it look easy. On the blue side now with just under a minute remaining, Northeastern's got to put 2 on net. Bring themselves back into game number 2. A good bump there on Jones, but it looks like nothing will come of it as Logan clears it to the blue side. That'll buy Pitt State some time. Whether or not they score here doesn't really matter. They've just got to keep the ball on that blue side and keep themselves out of danger. Jones will keep the pressure up as Prosk sends that one deep into orange territory, but North was there in time. Logan with the redirect. Sends it into the blue corner. And as time ticks down within the last 10 seconds, hopes are gone for Northeastern. And when you're down by 2, only 1 second, they can only score 1. Logan goes AFK. The rest of the players staying in the game, keeping the ball alive. And wow, how much this has changed between these two teams. Just, right in game 1, if you were a Northeastern fan, you were thinking, hey, this is going to be a clean sweep. We're running right through this Pittsburgh State team. But Pitt State standing their ground in game 2 up until the last moments when they put away the goals that they needed to. And then in game 3, doing almost the exact same thing. They've got their play style down, and now Northeastern, they've got to figure something out against this Pitt State defense. They can't seem to find an opening. Maybe go for a couple more demos, overcommit a little bit more. We saw that aggressiveness from Northeastern in game 1, not afraid to send that third man, and that's really what broke down this Pitt State defense outside of demos. Pitt State, though, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. They are functioning at such a high level. Synergy is on point with this team. That rebound shot from Logan, I mean, to say it blew my mind is an understatement. I really did not expect any Pitt State player to be playing up that close, but Logan, I think he saw the opportunity off that crossbar, saw that all the Northeastern players were rotating back, and knew that, hey, they're all going to be facing their net. If I can just bulldoze my way through this, I should be able to score here. And just manages to get a goal out of that. And that was really the dagger of the game. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here before game 4. And we'll be right. Oh, excuse me. I stand corrected. We're not going to take a break. We're going to keep up with the action. And I'm sure that's what you wanted to hear as a viewer. So game 4 now. Pittsburgh State leading 2-0 in this, or 2-1, excuse me, in the series. And Northeastern's got to put something together offensively. They have been held to only 1 goal between the last 2 games, held scoreless in game 3. And when you saw those 4 goals from Northeastern in game 1, you really thought, this team's so offensively powerful. They're just going to be riddling this Pitt State team with goals. Pitt State's just going to be playing catch up. But it's been the other way around, really. Pitt State like a stone wall on that orange side as Logan tries to put a shot on net. North is there for the rebound shot after the clear. Frost trying to buy some time for teammates to maybe grab some boost and clear it away. Logan was there for the pass from Jones. Gets the 50 in the corner. And now Angebro sends it to the opposite side. Jones has some time to clear this ball back to the blue side. North with a nice redirect. Yellow's there. Logan there for the rebound, and he's there for the first goal of game number 4. Only a minute 10 into the game, and Logan grabbing yet another one. Just catching that defense off guard. I think they saw Yellow was clearing that ball, had the control, but Logan winning the 50. You saw Prosk and, Angebro downfield, ready for the passing play. And that's, like I said, maybe sitting that third man is what Northeastern was missing. And you see some miscommunication here. Brosk and Angebro both looking for that ball and just kind of hitting the pause button, not knowing who to send. But wow, Pitt State finding the openings, but Angebro strikes back with a goal of his own. And now 1-1. You saw that 50 from North just barely missing, gets the bump, and Logan not there in time for the save. Angebro, well-placed shot. Had he placed it inside, I think Logan would have had enough time to get back. But now 1-1, a clean slate for both of these teams. Shot from Logan, no good, blocked by Prosk, good speed. Logan with another shot, saved by Yellow. And I don't want to speak too soon, but this Northeastern defense looking very similar to how Pitt State was playing in the last 2 games, especially after those last 2 shots that Pitt State was putting on net. And Pitt State not afraid to send that third man now, as they are just pounding this blue net with shots, just trying to find an opening. It worked earlier. We'll see if they can get it to keep working. Jones with a nice 50, keeping it on the blue side. A double commit, and now it's a 1v1. Angelo versus Jones. And Angelo gets the best of them. And that goes right back to what I said in the pregame. Those double commits have been the downfall of Pitt State. And 1v1, and Angelo has space, has time, has the ball. It's never going to go in the other direction, unfortunately. As good of a player as Jones is, it is just a complete guess as to where Angelo is headed with the ball. And if he can read Jones, there's really no telling where he's headed with it. But North now with the ball, trying to start an offensive push. Northeastern looking a lot stronger in this game as Logan gets a nice save there. Angelo with another goal. A hat trick for Angelo. Look at this bump from Yellow on North. North with a nice rotate, but just gets bumped out of the way and not there in time for the save. 3-1's the score, but still 2 minutes left on the clock. Anything can happen. Pitt State still with a chance. Maybe put this series away in game 4. Logan sends it back into the blue corner. And now a 50 from Jones. Stopped by Logan. Tries to make it awkward for Prosk. Double commit on net. Angelo. Not enough time. Can't get a shot on. And Prosk from deep midfield puts one in the bottom left 90. The pass from Yellow. Logan just out of the net a little too much. Didn't expect him to place a ball so well, but he does just that. And Northeastern leads 4-1 now. Jones goes for a save, and Northeastern, putting up some great offensive pushes. This is looking very, almost deja vu similar, especially with the score to game 1 in this series. Northeastern seemingly finding their groove once again in this series. Looks like they're going to take game 3 unless Pitt State can put something together quickly. And I mean quickly. You've only got a minute left and you've got to get 3 in that blue net. Highly unlikely, especially with how well Northeastern has been playing in this game. It has seemed like their rotates have been near perfection outside of the first goal of the match. Angelo with a shot off the crossbar, and a missed save leaves it open for Prosk, and he puts down the 5th goal for Northeastern. And wowee, 5-1 Northeastern favor. And it looks like at this point, it is almost a guarantee we head to game 5 between these two teams, and some high incentives for both. A shot on net for Northeastern right off the crossbar. Prosk goes for yet another one. Yellow keeps it on the backboard. Angelo for the back pass, just barely misses it. Gets a bump on Logan. Leaves Prosk with some time, but doesn't make much of it. Jones demoed midfield. North is up. Goes for the dunk. Not there in time. Logan. And Yellow keeps the offensive going. Angelo! 4 goals on the contest out of the 6. And it has just been a Northeastern beatdown in game 4. Pitt State needing to find whatever they had in game 2 and 3. Only 6 seconds left. This game is far out of reach, and it's been that way for a little while. But hey, 2-2 now in the series. And Pitt State, like I said, with some high incentives. If they lose this series, they will be out of the playoffs. And you heard that correctly, out of the playoffs. No chances to make a push in this NACE bracket. And that is something that you just really don't want to see, especially, at this point in the season. only grabbing one win on the season, but you've got the opportunity laid out in front of you. You had that, one game space. You could give up one, you gave it up, right? Now it's time to lock in. Game 5, got to step up that play and do whatever you were doing in games 2 and 3. It was obviously working, but look at this scoreboard. It is so blue heavy. But demos, we talked about those. It was really the double commits. That was the big kicker for Pitt State. They double committed super hard on most of these goals that were scored and just open up the field way too much. Not even having that many saves either. The bumps and demos causing some havoc on that orange net. But game 5 now, Northeastern 2, Pitt State 2. It's all or nothing for these two teams. Pitt State with a quick shot from Logan. Goes for the double tap, but redirect from Angebro will keep it at bay. Angebro with a centered ball pass to Prosk. Now Logan with some control. Goes for a pass to North. Cut off by Angebro. Angebro with 4 of the 6 goals in the last contest. See if he can keep that momentum rolling into this one. Jones in some awkward positioning here in the corner. Just can't quite grab his footing. Well, seeing a fire opening. Shot on net. Looked like everybody was just kind of letting him shoot it by, but just barely cut off at the goal line. Logan with a nice stop on the clear, and Jones will take this one up the wall. Yellow cuts it off. Shot on net, off the crossbar, and I don't want to say Pitt State got lucky. They may have known that ball was off target, but man, was that a close call for the Gorillas. It's got to be flawless on this defensive side. Northeastern is feeling themselves after this last game, and they were near flawless on the defensive as well, as little of defense as they played in game 4. Down the sideline, Jones going up, trying to shape something out of this air dribble of his. North on the other side now, gets it past one, but Angebro was there for the clear. Prosk gets a flip, it'll head to the backboard, and North tries to clear, gets a 50 on the wall. Still on the orange side. North with the missed clear. Oh, they're gonna be kicking themselves for that one. Wow. And that was actually Logan, not North, up in the corner of the ceiling. Probably didn't need to play that as aggressive as he did. But man, missed clear, leaves the net, naked, wide open for this Northeastern team. Pitt State, though, has been looking strong outside of that one mishap. But could it be that that one mishap is going to be the end of the series? North committing super hard to that pass, and rightfully so, needs to be assertive with it. Northeastern has put up such a great stand here in game 5. The save from Logan, making up for that mistake on the past goal. Gets a save and keeps the deficit only at 1. The shot from North looked like he may have been going for a double touch, but it'll be sent back to the blue side. Jones is up, gets a shot. Angebro with the clear. Logan's there. Could this be shaping up? Jones with the goal ties it up in game 5. Great positioning there, and Angebro the only one back in time. Yellow and Prosk not there quickly enough, and Jones puts it down in the blue net. 1-1. Could Pitt State claw their way back? Angebro with a shot. Great save by Logan, I believe. Or no, that was North back for that save. Jones playing aggressive, shooting upfield, goes for a pass midfield. Nobody home for that one. Prosk Downfield, the redirect. Is it? No. No, Jones is there to save it. Angelo with a shot. Logan or North with the clear. Yellow sets it up. Jones with the clear. Wow. Stressful situation on that orange side. But Pitt State makes the best of it and clears away everything. But all for nothing as Angelo beats all three downfield. You see one, you see two, and Angelo with a wide open net. Wow. A great defensive stand just to end up in the back of their net. 2-1. Both of these teams playing some outstanding offense. Pitt State's got to find an opening in the next minute if they want a chance at claiming this series. North, could he do it? No, just barely misses the double touch. But a chance to keep the offensive strides alive. Logan's there in the corner. Jones on the rebound to keep the pressure alive. Angelo with the clear. North gets a demo downfield. Pops it up. Questionable move there from North, but Logan was back in time. Demo on North. Leaves the field a little more open and now down to 30 seconds. Pitt State's got to play some aggressive offense. Angelo clears it away. Jones is there. Yellow pops it up, goes for an air dribble, gets past one. Goes to get past another. Logan's there, but no, Angelo punches it in. And I think that's the dagger for Pitt State and their playoff hopes on the season. And it was just so well fought, or so hard fought, I should say, by Pitt State. They had the two games, fought their way back into game 5, but just letting up 2 goals late in this match. Oh, you hate to see it. But man, I mean, this team has some great chemistry. And I think, you know, obviously with those playoff hopes diminishing as time ticks away here in game 5, keep the ball alive, and it'll be punched down by Angelo to give Northeastern the win. But as I was saying, you know, you do see that their playoff hopes are gone. But man, this team has so much potential headed forward. It's sad to hear that they won't be playing in the playoffs, but they've been playing so well against these high level teams. Northeastern, you know, having the rank advantage on Pitt State, it's been absolutely such a pleasure to watch this team play and the chemistry that they've been able to develop across this season. And I hope that going forward, they keep you know, pushing for that high level of play. They've got one more game next Monday, but that will be it for this NACE season. And you know, like, I just can't stress enough how much fun it's been watching this Pitt State team and their development throughout the season as well. At the beginning, we saw them, you know, they were a little bit rusty, a little rocky at the beginning, not able to put much together. But you see here on their outstanding strides, it just looks like nothing can stop them. And I think if they can grab a hold of that play style, there's really not going to be any team that can stop them. But Northeastern obviously getting the best of them today, playing some outstanding offense in all 3 of the games that they won. Just kind of giving up a couple in those 2 games. But man, it has just been so much fun to watch. But that will wrap up our Pitt State esports stream for today. Like I said, they have another game Monday. If you want some more esports, go make sure to tune in to Smash Brothers on Wednesday and Thursday. And tomorrow we have some Valorant ready for you guys as well. So stay tuned for that. But that will be it. I'm Drake Miller. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys next time.